Alright, you two. Are you ready for the final battle here? Ramza? Yes? Agrius? Yes? Viewers? Yes? Alright then. Let's hit it. Today, welcome back, guys. And yeah, today we are finishing up Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. I can't believe we're here. I have the same shirt on that we started the Let's Play with, but let's quickly check out our inventory here as far as some of the new equipment that we got that we didn't really talk about too much. The first thing was so we got Ragnarok. This is permanent shell. Let me move myself down a little bit. This is permanent shell. Pretty good damage there. Chaos Blade, 40 damage, gives you permanent regen, and then has a chance to apply stone to enemies. Really strong there. We got the two bows here. We are going to be using Robert with Perseus here, and that does 16 damage. So bows are back in style, baby. As far as the stabs are concerned, the Zeus Mace is probably the best one here. And then also the Rod of Faith. This is what Lettuce is going to be using for our Black Mage. Really good there. The Blaster. This is a gun that I forgot to get initially, but if you stick to the end of last episode, you saw that I went back and got it because I was like, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to get a lightning gun in here, and I didn't see it in my inventory, and I was like, shoot, I missed it. For the katanas here, Masamune and then the Kira Jordan here, we are probably not going to be using these two katanas. This one just does a lot of damage. The Masamune does haste and regen, I believe. But the thing with katanas are they break. And unless we go farm them out from ninjas throwing them at us at a high level, these are the only two we're going to get. And I think the higher tier katanas here have a higher chance of breaking. So samurais, man, samurais. We got the two ninjas blades here. I don't think we're going to use these two at all, but you can see that they do 15 damage. They're pretty good. Fairy harp, kind of a chance to apply charm. Not the biggest thing here. We did get some shields and armor. Nothing really to say on all that. We kind of went over the ninja gear as well. Something I did want to point out is the cursed ring here. So 1 speed, physical attack, and magical attack power. Get a bump to all those. I remembered it just as being undead, and being undead means once your health little blips there go down to 0, you'll actually get back up. This curse ring is actually really, really good. We're gonna hopefully see a little bit of it in use. Hopefully not our character going down and dying, but at least the other benefits we will see. In addition, I think that's about it. Actually, we picked up
many mysteries
the Serpentarius Oresight here, the 13th Oresight stone, kind of a bonus one because you remember all these other ones are based off of the zodiac signs, and there's only 12. We're also missing the Leo stone, so hopefully we'll find that by the end of the playthrough here. But this was the one that Elidibus had there. If you click on these, you can kind of see what they're all about, and then when Ramza got them, they're just pretty cool.
Till next time.
So that's kind of where the Oresights, that's as far as like who has what Oresight and kind of what we're going into. Now, Orban Monastery, this is the last dungeon of the game, and it's a pretty lengthy one, and there are some tough encounters, but I think we're ready to go. As far as our party is concerned, let's quickly,
Yes.
I geared out everybody, and I don't plan on doing too much swapping. I don't want to waste too much time with that. But as far as the builds here, Ramza, Dragoon, Nuke. Love that style for him. Robert, I put Bard Song on him because we haven't shown off anything with Bard, so maybe we'll show off a little bit of Bard, but he has that Curse Ring and the Perseus Bow. That's sweet there. Orlando, we are going to bench him. We're not going to use him in the last leg of the game. We already know how powerful Orlando is. Just look at his level compared to everybody else's. That's how much he slays out. So he's going to be benched. Damon there, absolute powerhouse. Best generic job in the game. I don't care what anybody says. Chaos Blade, Excalibur, whew. He's going to be a hard-hitting boy. We got Mustadia there. Again, going to be our ranged blaster with his gun. Going to be bumping up that damage with the black robes there and the magic boost. Agrius, staple, just Holy Knight. White magic as our backup to heal. Rib Enchanted combination. Beowulf, he's going to have the Materia Blade item just in case we need somebody to get picked back up. Because with Beowulf here, he will be using his MP for a spell blade, so we don't want to be caught in a situation where we don't have enough MP to like cast Raise or something like that. And he also has Safeguard on him. Safeguard is very important for this last leg of the game. There are a lot of people who try to break your stuff. We have Reese here. She is just going to be Reese, kind of her own special thing. Evangeline, we're going to stick back on that white mage combination there. Cloud, we're also going to bench. He's kind of a one-trick pony. We already showed that off during the Midlight's Deep. Just cast a bunch of finishing touches. Meliadul here, we have not touched her too much, but she can break a lot of equipment as well. And I think she's perfect for this last bit of the game because we're going against all her comrades. We should have some additional dialogue with that. Lettuce, our absolute powerhouse when it comes to magical damage and nuking an entire area. And then, Ivalice here. He's a new monster. We haven't talked about him much. We picked him at the end of last episode, but he has some cool monster abilities here. Revengeance. This is like the vengeance ability from Beowulf, but this is like the monster form of it. So he's cool, but not gonna bother with him too much. And that's basically all of our party members that we're gonna be bringing into this again, last leg of the game. We're gonna be rotating in characters, kind of like how we did last episode. So everybody's gonna see a little bit of time to shine, except for Cloud and Sid. I'm very excited for this. I didn't think we'd make it, but here we are. So Orban Monastery, again, I love it when we circle back to basically the beginning of the game. We've already come back here once, but now we're going like even deeper. I mean, it kind of makes you think like, who is the architect of this place? And they went absolutely bananas. So we're going to take Robert. We're also going to take Damon, and then we're going to take Halidom. She's probably going to be a staple in every fight because it's kind of like her section, right? Who else should we bring? We can bring Evangeline or Beowulf. We got choices. Let's go ahead. Let's bring Evangeline. Ooh, almost got like a full generic party here.
No turning back.
That's always good to see because, you know, we started the game with them, most of them.
Keep watch here. I will press on with Lord Fulmarv.
So that's Lawfrey. We've seen him before.
As you command.
And I love this map because you can see some of the tiles, some of the spaces that you can walk on. They're just giant
slain
books.
All the guards. What secrets lie among these tomes that demand such carnage? But the speculation must keep. First, we deal with the enemy.
I don't know, Ramza. Do you just want to turn around and maybe go do some poaching, pick up some sailing, maybe write a book? You know, I think Alma's safe. We can leave her. She'll be fine, right? It's kind of what we've done for most of the game here. Is we just indulge in a bunch of side content while it's like, Alma, she'll be okay. Damon here. Big damage dealer. Can we get a big jump off, though? I don't want to go near those knights because they will break his stuff. We're going to avoid the knights. Can we get a big jump? No. Great way to open up the fight there, Damon. That. Their archer, not exactly worried about. Robert here. He's our undead archer. Let's go ahead and target their archer. And we have attack boost. Oof. That's a chunky bit of damage there. Let's see how far we can get before... Their archer's going to go in 13. We can get a +5 off. Oh, we can get more than a +5 off. We can get a +7. Let's see how much damage we can do there. 504. That's pretty good. Now, also, when you use the curse ring, I didn't hear it there, but Robert's voice acting, his generic lines, they'll be all like, blah, blah, blah. He'll sound like a zombie, which is hilarious. That's a nice attention to detail, because essentially he's zombified. Evangeline. Not everybody has haste. Let's go ahead and give it to Ramza here. And we're going to use the second tier of haste. Doesn't really do anything different. It's just got a different spell animation, so I kind of want to show that off. They have some monks. Those are dangerous. Now, Halidom, let's get you in there, and then you need to break their equipment. Because at least without their swords, they can still break things with their fist, but at least they're not going to do, like, damage. Soulbind is on Damon there. Let's see haste here. So it kind of looks like Orin's, his Astrologian or Celestial Stasis move, but a little toned down. Ramza, on the other hand, why don't you just start jumping? Because you are a little jumping nuke. Let's hit this guy. But you can see what I was talking about where... Oh, he's got some geomancy abilities. Nice. Where some of the tiles are... They're just these giant-ass books. Really, really cool. Alright, now, can we get off a good teleport? Thank you, Damon. Ooh, that is so much damage. And remember, this first hit has a chance to turn this guy to stone. There we go. Didn't even need the follow-up. Perfect. Chaos Blade is crazy good. And then we just wasted an arrow. Good jump there. Huh. Is he not making any noises? That's interesting. He has a crazy chance to block that. 12%. He must have a good cloak. I might want to put... He has 60. I might want to change Robert. Instead of attack boost, go back to concentration. Because at least then, everything will be 100%. And that's kind of better. Let's just shoot an arrow. There, yeah. Did you hear that? He makes zombie noises now. That's hilarious. I love that. So everybody else... Ramza has haste. Why don't we just drop a good old-fashioned holy on somebody? Does more damage to him. Let's just hit him, soften him up a little bit. These guys have a lot of health. And we're going to return half of it and then heal ourselves. We also have regen. So even though that Damon doesn't have Chantage,
Concentrate.
it's going to be very hard for them to kill him. Those knights I'm worried about, but let's just handle these monks first. This should kill him. Because we're going to hit him with holy. The jump will go off. The melee duel, you just stay over here. And then we just want her to keep chipping away at these guys. Let's break their armor, actually. That's probably the next best move. Yeah, you guys don't like how it feels, do you? 44%. That's fine. Counter's great for an offensive reaction. Alright, Ramza's gonna jump on him. Let's get behind this monk. 20% chance. This guy has some... What is he rocking? Okay, that's Feather Cloak plus Reflex. That is a very strong combination. That's interesting. I think that's random as far as like what item key abilities they have. I don't remember this monk having this setup before, but that's a really strong combination. I'm glad they're using it. All right, that worked out for us. Watching out for these knights. Really just want to avoid them from breaking our shit. But other than that, this is a pretty straightforward fight here. Ramza's gonna land on that guy. Yeah, we're gonna switch to concentration for Robert here, but in the meantime, let's actually do some songs here. So Nameless Song, this will give everybody a random buff. Could be something like Protect, Shell, Re-Raise. Re-Raise is probably the best one, but the chances of it hitting, first off, you have to get the, like, you know, it to proc Re-Raise, and then it actually has to land on them. So that can be a little frustrating. But Rousing Melody, improve everybody's speed. Speed is probably the most important stat in the game. But we'll go with that. And then Evangeline here, you're just kind of a holy nuke at the moment. And I love that for her. Let's go ahead, move Ramza up a little bit closer. And then we can jump on. Oh, we're just short on jumping on that guy. Ramza is still, he doesn't have all the jump distance yet, still. Because those later jump moves are very expensive. You're going to attack me head on. Hit you right back. Heal half of that. I like Soulbind. I think it's a good reaction ability. Doing a lot of damage here. Not if you don't hit though. Robert, you keep singing. So most people got their speed upped. That's good. We already broke your weapon. No, actually, we didn't break your weapon. Let's go ahead and break your weapon. And now he should be pretty useless. He should be trying to run away. Good. And then Evangeline here. You have gravity, right? She doesn't have gravity. That's fine. Let's get some MP for her. And then actually, and also cure Damon. He's a little low. I'm not really worried for him, but we have a white mage. Might as well do some white mage things. Good poke there. Okay. The only thing I was concerned about was him going to like Ramza's side and then breaking his shit. Let's just keep singing. Let's keep bumping up our speed. So just like a dancer, the bard will just sit there in the back and just keep making your party stronger and stronger while dancers make the enemies weaker and weaker. I think if we teleport there, we're not going to be able to get him in the back, but this guy on the other hand. Teleport right behind him. Missed the first one. Alright, 2 out of 5, that's pretty good. And then this guy should be dead. I said this guy should be dead. There we go. Well, he's not dead, but we broke something. You do more damage when you actually do break something. Block that. And she should get enough MP. No, it's going to take one more mana font to get enough to cast Holy again. How about you just shoot him in the back with your bow? That'll do. So still doing a lot of damage with our bow. Concentrate's just going to make him more guaranteed. And I like how we kind of came full circle back to a lot of the OG jobs about like where everybody started. Kind of shows that those early jobs are some of the most powerful. Or at least they're still viable in the end game here. Alright, this guy's cooked. Everybody wait. And that's this fight. This one's not a big deal. Again, just watch out for the knights and breaking your shit.
I will tend to matters here.
Very good.
Leonda Keorias de Sonda. Zorda las laumos mefeolio sonda.
Whatever language he's speaking, I think that's a different... It's different than his original, like, chant in the PS1 version.
Alexandora, Reeve of Time. By oath unto you am I bound. Transcending eternity, cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass!
An ancient incantation. What awaits below? Quickly, we must give chase.
So Alexandora, is that what he said? I think that's a reference to Alexander, the icon that is like this big machine that does holy damage that also controls time. And yes, Evangeline's got 35 faith, so she'll say that after every fight. But Alexander wasn't referenced in the original version either, so that's new. And then also the phrase, throw wide her gates. That's also a very popular line in Final Fantasy XIV, throw wide the gates. Now this fight here, we want people with Safeguard. And that's because the boss that we're going to go up against can break our shit. So we want some of our characters with Safeguard. Not everybody needs it, but I think we'll take Beowulf because he has Safeguard on. And then Ramza, we're going to hurt our damage a little bit, but Safeguard is going to save us from getting our good stuff broken.
Into
Beowulf,
the fray, then.
you also have Safeguard. That's perfect. Meliadul, you can break his stuff. So if we can actually get Meliadul to attack the boss first and take out his weapon, then we don't have to worry about the rest of these people having their stuff broken.
All right.
Mustadia, let's bring you. And then, that seems like a good time to bring Lettuce. Let's bring her down a little bit, get a little bit closer to the fight. Actually, before I forget, because I will forget, let's get Robert in there, but we're not going to use him, but I do want to change this to concentration instead, just so he's always hitting. Because I feel like that'll be very frustrating later on if he can't hit.
Just try and stop me.
To battle!
Alright, good deal. Dude, the music in this game slaps. It always hits.
We have waited for you, Ramza. How very far you've come. But no farther. The stones of the monastery make an ironic cairn for a heretic such as you. And I, Lothry Wodring, will see you dead and buried.
So now it's time for us to deal with all the lackeys. Now remember, these are comrades of Meliadul there, so they have dialogue between them. That's basically the only reason we're really bringing her. I mean, she's good for these encounters too. What am I saying?
Lothry, was it? Are you not aware of the true nature of the man you serve?
Remember, not all the Knights Templar are privy to the Lucavi plot, so we can kind of vet out who actually knows what they're working towards.
Whatever do you mean? If you speak of our execution of the clergy at Malond, that was but a part of our grand design. After all, the salvation they offered their flock was false. They sought only to seize Ivalice for themselves by placing a puppet on the throne.
This is very, they're a bunch of hypocrites essentially, because each one of these factions that have been vying for the for the crown, they've all been seeking, they're seeking to achieve their own salvation for Ivalice, while saying that everybody else's is false. But really, it's whoever, again, the victor kind of writes the history.
We are unlike them. By the power of the Zodiac Stones, we will bring the people true salvation.
Yeah, so they think their salvation's true. I'm sure Duke Larg thought his salvation was the best way. I'm sure Delita thinks his salvation is the best.
So even his most loyal are kept in the dark. You are but an unwitting servant to the Lucavi.
So he's a zealot for the cause, even though he doesn't know he's being played by a demon. Lawfrey, that is.
The demons of legend. I've not the patience for your japes, boy. Lord Falmarv is the one true savior. The second coming of Saint Ajora, who shall lead all men with boundless benevolence. A noble's whelp such as you could never understand the burdens of the common man, much less ease them. Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself. Oh, confusion. That's great. So since he's not going to break our stuff, his AI's like, let's just put on the debuff confusion instead. Maybe we should have put ribbons on everybody. That's fine. So really we just need to target him for the objective. And I hadn't planned on that, but he is literally right in front of us. So I think we will just focus fire. 116 at base, because we got a higher tier of lightning proc there. 200 damage. Oh, brother, you're right. You're right there. You're right there for her to hit you with Zodiark. Yeah, I want to see how much damage it's gonna do. I want to make sure that we don't get close enough for somebody else to sniper. But I don't think anybody's gonna get close enough. Let's see the new spell we picked up. Oh, god damn, lettuce. Hell yeah. Oh no, wait. If we kill him before they talk. Shit. Well, I saw a big number and I went for it. Nice stone there, Beowulf. Maybe if she hits him? Let's break his weapon, just in case. Oh, he had saved the queen. Well, we already got 2 of them. Ramza, I don't think you need to do anything. Oh man, this fight's over. Shit. Well, if you keep them live long enough, they'll have a little bit of an exchange where she tries to convince him, hey, my father... Nice block there, Ramza. I don't care what anybody says about you. You're alright. Let's watch Zodiark just absolutely erase him.
My time is up.
Woo, strength.
That's a lot of damage on Tactician mode for us.
So it ends here. But I am not finished yet. For you, Ramza, I shall cast open the very gates of hell.
I guess thanks, yeah.
Leonda, Georias desonda.
We kind of want to follow Folvar, so please.
Laumos, Nefeolio sonda.
Or why the gates, my friend?
Alexandora, reeve of time. By oath unto you am I bound, transcending eternity. Cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass.
We're getting like very high fantasy now. You know, we've been kind of like grounded in like a political war. Now, very magical stuff. Really going all out with like the spell effects. Very cool. Let us... that fight can be hard, by the way. I made it look easy. Lawfrey just ran straight to us. Usually he doesn't do that. Ooh, nice place.
What is this place?
The Necrohall of Malond.
Remember, this is the place where Saint Ajora died? And that is what the Fulmarv has been looking for, kind of like where his soul or spirit would be.
Never again will you see the skies of Ivalice without the glyph at the gate. There can be no return.
Great.
I have fulfilled my duty. And yet, Fulmarv, my lord, are you still the man I pledged to follow?
Brother, man, if you would have just listened to us, because now he's starting to doubt, is Fulmarv even the guy that he says he is anymore?
To harbor such doubts at the last. How pathetic. Hurry on, Ramza. How it ends depends on you.
So this is the Necrohole.
Ramza doesn't even say anything back to him. He's like, Lopri just died. And Ramza's like, huh, this is the Necrohole. Cool.
Half of Malon supposedly sank into the sea when a great catastrophe struck in ages past. Though that appears not to be the case. But now is not the time to ponder such. I must find Fulmarv. Alma, please be safe.
Pay no mind to Lofri. He did help us. We did need to get here. He did do us a solid. So now, the battle for the Necrohole. You can see there with the new art in the background for like the dungeon. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of like the Cloud of Darkness, or World of Darkness, I should say. That is very typical in a lot of the Final Fantasies. So I would say this is that version of that, and for tactics here. I don't think we need to change up anything. We don't need Safeguard on anymore. Yeah,
yes.
We can take Safeguard back off. I think we're safe on those accounts. Give you attack boost. And I think Ramza is the only one who really needs it. Beowulf doesn't really matter for him because he does all those spells anyways. Yeah, I think we're good to go. This next fight, not really that hard. This is probably the second easiest one. This one's not that tough. The Necrohole. This place is like straight up inspiration for Vagrant Story. We've talked about Vagrant Story a lot because I love that game. So, straight up inspiration. Let's go ahead and bring... Let's bring you, Agrius. I'm seeing you in action. Let's bring Reese. Lettuce, you just dropped a nuke. I think she'll take a break. Damon, do we want to bring you? We'll save you. Robert, why don't you come along? And then Mustadio. Got a nice range of people here.
It's time.
Yeah, that fight, last fight, it can be much harder than what I just showed off. So don't underestimate it.
You! But how? You must have forced Sir Lofri to bring you here.
We got Cletney here. This is our first time hearing him talk.
Very well then. Here is where I shall make my stand. Even should it cost me my life, I will stop you. I will have vengeance.
We forgot Meliodul. Damn it. Both times I have messed this up with her. I gotta bring her. Hang on. Yeah. We'll redo this. I completely forgot. I'm like, we already used Meliodul, but we need her. I want her to get some dialogue, especially since we just missed out on Lofri's. But she just basically tries to convince Lofri, and that's essentially what she does for every one of these Templars that we go up against. But it'd be nice to hear at least one of those conversations because they do get a little redundant as well. So instead of we'll bring Agrius still. We'll bring Meliodul. And then Robert, on the other hand, can probably take a break. We'll bring Reese because we haven't brought her yet. Who else? Mustadio, you can chill. Actually, Robert, no, we'll bring you. I like having him. I like having our zombie archer that we created. All right, there we go. That's just first time. All right, here we go.
Why are you come here? What salvation could you possibly offer the people that might be had in these forsaken ruins?
A spoiled lordling could ill understand what we seek to do. Or do you claim to have learned something of suffering?
The high seating these guys are doing on us right now. Just thinking they're so much better.
If so, you
High
might
roading?
see
The high
the
roading.
world for the cruel place it is. Though the church preaches equality, it cannot and will not affect change. The highborn few hoard wealth and power, passing it on to their offspring as it was passed on to them. This leaves the lowborn masses with no means to lift themselves up. We would shatter the chain of inequality and create a world where all men have their fair share.
I mean, you could take this little paragraph here and put Delita's face on it, and he's been saying his goals are the exact same.
But for that, we require power. Power beyond compare.
Now, Delita hasn't said that part.
The Auracite. You would bestow them upon those who seek power. Yet what can you hope to achieve when most of the stones are in my possession?
You truly know nothing. Allow me to enlighten you. Once we have resurrected Saint Ajora, we shall have limitless stones at our disposal.
We knew this from Elmdor, although Ramza wasn't in that conversation. The fact that if they resurrect this Angel of Blood, they can make more Auracite stones.
By the grace of the High Seraph, the Savior was made able to create Auracite. And at long last, he shall be reborn to walk among us, the child of God from the heavens returned.
So they got a bunch of ninjas, or they got 2 ninjas, 2 samurai, and some time mages. Oh, that's an unholy darkness. Who did you just cast that on? Okay. Now, our goal is not to kill him immediately, like we did with Lawfrey. We're going to move up to his face. Good teleport. Love it when a teleport goes off. We're going to hit all 3 of them. Good damage there. Yeah, if you're trying to hit him with your mace, what are you thinking there? Oh, now Reese, please, for the love of God. We're gonna have her nuke this area, but don't hit our target or hit the objective like 17 times. I would like you to hit somebody though. She's the goat sometimes, but she's also the worst sometimes. Alright, zombie. It's like Rob Zombie. I didn't even think of that. Look at that 100% chance. Love that. Let's go ahead. How much aim can we get away with? It's not the biggest difference in damage. But let's go ahead and target the time mage. Or should we start to soften up him? Let's do that.
It's now or never.
They're really all just gonna go up to Agrias and try to hit them. Hit her with their staffs. Smack you right back with Soulbind. Soulbind's great for that reason. What can we break of yours, my friend? Your weapon? That'll do. And then Ramza. Just a quick poke here. Quick poke is really gonna almost kill you. Unholy Darkness, you survived that. That's really good. Are they gonna have a conversation is the... Okay, that's probably too much aim right there. They're not gonna be able to hit her with, because she has... What shield does she have? Yeah, she has the Escutcheon's best shield. They're not gonna be able to hit her with, like, anything physical. And then magical things are gonna have a hard time. We're gonna soften them up a little bit, just in case things go tits up and we need to pull the trigger on ending the fight. Because although this isn't a hard fight, I mean, they have enough damage, especially with ninjas, and then he is a really strong spellcaster, that he could absolutely devastate us. And Robert, I'm not worried about him because he has a curse ring, so once all his health blips go away, he should be getting back up. It's kind of another chantage. I just want to know, are you going to talk? Here we go. I was waiting for this.
Chrétien, you must listen to me. My father is not the man he once was.
Chrétien, I always forget his name, even though it's right in front of me.
When he used the aura sight to obtain his power, he was corrupted by a will not his own. He means to resurrect Saint Ajora not for the people's salvation, but to achieve some other purpose.
So is Chrétien aware of the Lucavi plot? Because Lothri wasn't.
Who are you to talk, traitor? You whose hands are soiled with Sir Lothri's blood. You allege that Lord Fulmarv is corrupted, that he hides his true objective. But can you even say what that is?
Chrétien's his voice actor, he's kind of like a side character. This is our first time hearing him, and his voice actor is doing a fantastic job. Really good here.
You cannot, for this is but a ploy to manipulate me. You women are all alike.
Dude, right for the gender card, huh?
The fact that I am a woman is neither here nor there. We felled Sir Lothri, 'tis true, but we did not force him to bring us here. He did so of his own free will, for though he gave his life for his conviction, he relented in it at the last. Know you what this means? It means he saw fit to believe us.
I'm not sure if that's exactly true because he did destroy the gateway back. So maybe
Liar!
half true.
Never would Sir Lothri yield in his conviction. Never would he betray us. None among us desired the world's salvation more ardently than he.
Listen to his tone, his delivery here.
You are a heretic, a witch. I will suffer no more of your poisoned words.
If you mislike my choice of words, allow me to put it thus instead. Sir Lothri harbored doubt, and made this clear at the last. Deep down, he felt that Lord Fulmarv was no longer the man to whom he had pledged himself. That is why he brought us to the Necrohole, that we might put an end to his master's ambition.
And then destroyed the gateway back. So, you know, kind of true, not true.
Did I not say I would suffer no more of your words? My faith in Lord Fulmarv is unwavering. I fight to see Saint Ajora descend once more.
So definitely a zealot for the cause, like Lothri was.
Neither the church nor the crown can deliver salvation to the people. For this, naught but a power divine will suffice.
It astounds me that you can believe so blindly. Saint Ajora was not the divine savior he is held to be. He was a man like you and I. Just another soldier who fought for his nation.
You dare blaspheme the child of God himself. Never have I heard such flagrant sacrilege. It flies in the face of all that is good and holy in this kingdom. You are no son of Ivalice.
It seems you've not read the scriptures of Germanique. But it stands to reason Fulmarv would keep you ignorant.
Aye, he would wish to ensure his minions' continued loyalty.
Accursed heretics! You will not weaken my faith with your slander. Once I have killed you, I shall rip your wicked tongues from your corpses!
Chef's kiss. He's really bringing it for like such a small role.
I can still fight.
I think it's safe we can dispose of him now. But in this one encounter, dude really put in one hell of an acting segment there. Break your armor. God, they have so much health. Sweet Christmas. Whoa, 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 let's talk about this.
Not like...
You destroyed one of my ribbons. I'm really tempted to kill that ninja. Now, we've got Alma to save. We've been dilly-dallying long enough. That jump will do it. Ooh, but we can still kill you, ninja. Yeah, Ramza's gonna get the kill. Doesn't matter. So, revenge will be ours. God, they gave that ninja freaking, rent? That's dirty. That is dirty by the developers. Use Holy Breath on him. Once? One more? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Take that. That's for breaking my shit. Don't do it again. Okay, rush. Not a big deal. Auto potion. Stay alive. We could actually probably pick a offensive reaction for Agrius. I don't know.
No.
Alright, he's done.
Loffrey. Forgive me. What did I told you?
So, I guess this is why I pointed out his tone and how we were slandering Loffrey. It's probably because him and Loffrey, or at least he had some affection towards Loffrey.
That way, 'twould seem.
But that's just, again, another point on the graph where voice acting in this game is phenomenal, and how it adds almost like another layer that maybe, or it adds a layer that maybe some people wouldn't kind of surmise or guess if you're just reading the text. But with the voice acting added, it's a much stronger case of like, oh, him and Loffrey, huh? Okay. Or at least it was one way. This next fight, this is probably the hardest fight in this whole dungeon. So let's make sure we're prepared. What did I say we were gonna do?
You require something.
Agrius, you really don't need auto potion, and you don't have the best reactions when it comes to hurting people. Nature's Wrath is probably our best choice. Now for this next fight, I'm wondering if we bring Evangeline and we bring her dancer version. Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
I think this fight can be really good for a dancer. So let's go ahead and switch her over. Just make sure she has all the bare minimums. Oh, they broke one of my ribbons, bastards.
What is it?
I don't know if we need Melidul anymore. Melidul, I don't know if we need her anymore. We'll keep bringing her. Kind of like her moment in the story. Who else? Robert, we just brought you. Damon, I think we should bring you.
I am here.
No, we're going to use him in the last fight. Let's not bring him. Mustadio,
Yes?
let's bring you. Good old gunfight we're going to have. Agrius will
Preparations?
bring you. Do you not have Safeguard? That's the question. Safeguard can be important in this fight too. Yeah, let's bring Safeguard. She's got some really good shit.
Was there
Ramza,
something?
do you need Safeguard? That's the question. We'll just roll the dice. I'm confident, but that can be a bad thing. This game will humble you if you are too confident. Now, one of the greatest counters to that Mana Shield Mana Font combination as far as survivability for your party is in this fight. Okay, so we're going to bring
Ever ready.
Agrius, bring Melidul, we will bring our
I shall
Dancer,
do my best.
and then we will bring
Won't
Mustadio.
disappoint.
Got plenty of people who can pick each other up.
No turning back.
This is a dangerous fight. Oh look, it's Beric. We killed him. Now he's back.
Oh, Ramza. Truly, it is a joy that we should chance to meet again.
Now, if you ask me, I feel like his voice acting should have that undead filter over it because we did kill him, and now he's brought back.
I once suffered defeat at your hands, but it will not happen twice. Your head I shall take for Lord Folmarv.
Now, Beric here, he should be totally aware of like the Lucavi plot, whereas Loffrey and then Cletany there, they were not aware of it, but they were still
So you live still?
zealots.
Was your fear of death such that you would sooner bend your knee to the Lucavi?
You pity me? You are a naive child who speaks of things he does not understand. It betrays your high-born nature that you should think it pitiful for one to fight to cling to life. For the low-born, each day is a struggle to survive. Ever does death cast its dark shadow over us. When the nobleman falls ill, the physician nurses him back to health. Even when his lands suffer a poor harvest, food yet graces his table.
Now, on the latter half, I would say with these philosophical battles, it always just comes back to the classism, the divide between the highborn and the common people, and they just kind of all say the same thing, but they give you it from like a different angle. But Ramza's responses are basically all the same. He just like counters them like it's not right.
Meanwhile, the common man dies of a chill. And even when times are not lean, he is not assured a meal on the morrow. Pity me if that is your wont. It matters not. For now, I am made truly human.
How does selling your soul to demons make you human? You've lost sight of whatever ambition you once held.
I stand above all other men now. I have transcended death itself.
Have you?
No longer must I bow my head in coy attempts to curry favour with you highborn nobles. I've bought my freedom. I am human at last, no longer something less.
You think freedom a thing bought and sold? What value? A freedom you have not earned. What meaning, when your soul is the price? A man who's lost his pride can never be free. When you cast yours aside, you surrendered your freedom. Freedom and equality are lost upon you. You do not understand, much less desire them. No, what you desire is power. Whatever your claims, you are just a fallen man who wishes to rise up at the expense of others.
We're gonna take your head.
Here alive.
Again, we're gonna take your head. Now he has a gun. And he does damage. Lots of damage. In addition to that, this chemist also has a gun. A blaze gun. So you got these two that are going to continue to pelt you, but the mana shield counter is from these hydras here. They will do a range attack that will hit their target 3 times. It's kind of like how Rafa has her spell, so as long as it hits on like tiles that are like in the same height, again, it'll be a random choice between them. But the height difference between the tiles is actually, it's not that much. I think if it was like right here, for instance, it would hit this tile and this tile. So that's a 50% chance with 3 strikes. That will devastate Mana Shield. And they're very good at using it. So that's what you have to watch out for this fight, on top of these two just using their guns against you the whole time. And then, oh yes, we have a behemoth down here, which these do a crap ton of physical damage. Luckily, we have somebody like Ramza with Shin Hadorai, so that won't be a problem from him. But if you're unprepared, that's a problem. Now, Agris, can you make this jump? Yes, you can. That a girl. Let's get this chemist off the field.
Take this!
Alright, we didn't get the proc, but that chemist will continually res people. He'll do... There you go. See how all 3 of those hit on her. I don't know what would have kept her alive there, essentially. Because that was 450 damage each time. But that's fine, she'll get back up. Now this is what makes dancers so good here. Is they're very far away, and we're going to be able to get a lot of dances off. Now, Forbidden Dance, this is kind of the gamble because it'll put on a random status ailment for them. But Slow Dance, reducing their speed, I think that's what I'm going to go with. I want to be safe during this fight because this fight is tough. It can be tough, and I'd rather not be overconfident with it. Thankfully, we have Mustadio here who... not doing as much damage as I want him to, but we need to start poking down these hydras. We could just focus fire, but he's a boss, so he's a little bit tanky. They're all tanky. They all have so much health. Really, we need to block off that. Does she have... what does she have? Okay. I don't think anybody's going to break our stuff. We just need to get in range, and then we can break their guns. And that'll also be very helpful. Ramza, it's okay to sit back for a bit. He doesn't have all the jump abilities yet because those are expensive, JP. But we can shout a couple times, just raise all his stats up. It's going to be good. Also, Slow Dance.
In my sights.
Oof. He's just going to keep plugging away at us. Slow Dance, the dance comes up pretty often. So eventually, their speed is getting nuked. And it's just coming out passively, so that's going to pay big dividends for us. Oof.
I botched it.
Again, you can see every
To
time,
the Father I
that's
return.
why these Hydras are very dangerous. So if you don't have Chantage, Mana Shield is still probably the best, but you need to make sure that every one of your characters or most of your party have some way of picking up
bodes
your
ill.
down party members. Just because of the RNG nature of it, good chance you're going to end up getting killed by one of their moves, and they hit very hard. Let's see if we can just get the KO to proc. Keep plugging away at them. Now we can take out one of their guns. No more gun for you. Sir. Oh, hesitation, please. Okay, can we? Okay, we can get rid of that. We don't want Ramza obviously to have a disable on him, so we will jump instead and say goodbye to this chemist. Yeah, can't cast nothing. I'm out there. Yeah, we got most of them. That was good. So just keep debuffing him the entire time. Dancer is actually really good also in the last fight, just doing the same exact thing. That one worked out in our favor. Oof, we're getting lucky there. Alright, chemist down. Does he have life foot on? Is that what he's doing there too? He's just being so tanky and then also having life foot. Oof, this guy's a dirty dog. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and crush his weapon. I don't want you doing that anymore. That's another reason why Meliadul's like really good here. Now for these guys, we're not kitted out to do a ton of damage with Agrius, but we can get these KOs off. If they would proc us. Oh, look at that. Dancer just keeps slowing them down, giving us more turns. Oh shit. I almost missed Mustadio here. Somebody should get him up. Oof. We are at the point where if somebody goes down, they're dead. We're not coming back for anybody. Let's go ahead and jump for you. He's gonna run up there. What do you do? What are you gonna do now? He's got Brawler on, so he's a pretty good puncher. Yeah, okay, she's dead. We see that. Thank you. Mustadio might be in some big trouble here. Are we going to be in range of a raise? Man, I just completely tunnel vision there and completely forgot about Mustadio. Because his faith isn't so high, and they're out of sync as far as their Zodiac affinity. She's going to get a shot at it. That's good. Another slow dance. We hit the important people. That's good. Meliadul can't do anything about it. Let's break your armor. Because that brings down his maximum HP. Hang on. We need a teleport out of you. Thank you. Okay. So we're at least going to get 2 shots at raising Mustadio here. Oh, 100%. We're good. Okay. As long as nobody should be able to hit him. We're good. Oh. I'm too busy yapping that I almost let Mustadio die. Let's go ahead. Let's just go for Barrack here. 205 damage, or 252. Seasoned Warrior. Okay. What did I do for that? He punches pretty hard. Alright, we didn't need that. Good to go. Mustadio's back. Everybody's happy. Yeah, those Hydras, they can be very, very annoying. And you can see a lot of them have a lot of health, too. We'll take the damage, and we'll back up, because you're not invincible. And then we can just really just start pouring on the damage for this guy. For Barrack here. And take him out. We're basically focus firing. Okay, they have a conversation, too.
So, you have returned from the dead as a minion of darkness. But your time amongst the living will not last.
Brazen words from a faithless traitor. I had not thought you one to so readily abandon our ideals, Meliadul.
Abandon our ideals? Do not make me laugh. We had long believed ourselves above the law ere I came to my senses. That man you follow speaks grandly of salvation, when what he truly desires is chaos, nothing more. He strings his adulators along with utopian rhetoric, then disposes of them with nary a flinch when they are no longer useful.
That man? Is that how you call your own father? Surely you are too old to play the fractious child. Like your brother, you used to be as an eager puppy wagging its tail. What became of that obedient little girl?
Little girl. You can tell that Barrack is somebody who, almost like Wygraf there.
I've not abandoned my ideals, Barrack. I still dream of a world where all men are equal.
But you can tell Barrack almost has like a Wygraf background where they're not like fervent believers in the church. They're just kind of like lowborn commoners that are now elevated to, I mean, they're part of the Knights Templar now, but they're not like super in on the faith. They're just like, listen, our last lives previous to this were really bad. And now we have a chance to basically rule with all this power being a Knights Templar. Hell yeah, I'll sign up for that.
But first, you and your brethren must be dealt with. Then shall I strive for the dream anew.
What can you, who are loath to dirty your hands, hope to accomplish? To realise aught, you must be willing to play the villain, as I do. Mayhap you think all and sundry would flock to your ideals. The truth is, most would be content if their lives improved at all. Full well do I understand such pitiable souls, for I am one myself. Thus have I cast my lot with your father, for he shall bring about change. The means be damned.
So, the ends justify the means. We've heard that before.
Volmov only uses you. How can you not realize this? He does not even trust you with a stone.
that's gotta hurt.
Content though you may be as a minion of the Lucavi, you only affirm your own place as their expendable tool.
Oh, such sweet condescension, befitting the highborn whelp you are. Full many are those who cannot even aspire to become tools, and are left to languish in the gutter all their days. Your insult shows your ignorance of their plight. This natural-born ease with which you look down upon others, convinced of your righteousness. It sickens me to the pit of my stomach. So what if I'm expendable? All soldiers are, and the gods know how many you Beouls have expended.
Beouls.
Whatever judgment you pass upon me, you pass upon those who have given life and limb for your house.
You would claim to be a voice for those soldiers. Do not presume they are like you, in self-contentment or aught else. You desire only comfort through belonging. You delude yourself if you think you represent the masses. One such as you, who has no vision for aught beyond himself, cannot realize such ideals, nor are you fit to speak of them. I shall prove my worth.
And now we're gonna whoop your ass. Barrack's voice actor obviously also bringing it. I don't think Meliodul, her voice actress, really captures the essence of a chant, of a sword chant. I don't know if we've had her say one yet. Maybe we have. But you listen to the way Beowulf delivers his chant lines, or like Agrias, they really put a lot of effort and soul into it. And hers just kind of seemed like she's just reading off some paper, unfortunately. Maybe we'll get her to proc one again. So you can see what I mean. If we don't kill him. Oh, you disabled him. You son of a biscuit. Sweet Christmas. Yeah, so you have this guy who can disable with his gun, and then you just have these Hydras that are just absolutely raining down their fire, lightning, whatever breath they have. Oh, I had Agrias' chant I could have done there, but we've heard her enough. Almost dead. Let's do another slow dance. Can Ramza get up by himself? I don't remember. Yeah, Evangeline, you're doing pretty good over there, actually. Alright, let's see if we can get a chant out of you to end this.
Rest in peace!
Nope.
How can I die? I thought I had transcended. Yet there is only darkness.
We killed you twice.
the stones resonate. I am tired, Delita. So very tired. But I must forge on. It falls to me to stop Fulmov. I chose this path. I will walk it to the end.
I like how he kind of uses about Delita, because this is what he told Delita that he was going to go do, and Delita's like, yeah, you go do that, you handle that side. Admittedly, Ramza's probably got the harder job to do here. Yes, we know, Evangeline, you want to leave for the church. Yeah. But yeah, Ramza's, he's got the hard job here. Now for this is the last encounter. Who do we want to bring as far as builds? Actually, we have 2 fights. It's that'll give us a break so we can choose new people. Really doesn't matter who we bring here. Do we want to change up anybody's equipment? That's the other hand. Did anybody have anything broken? No.
Was there something?
Oh, I think we go maximum damage on Ramza. Just because that spear is so good. But yeah, if you don't have a ribbon chances combination for that fight, Mana Shield's still your best bet, and then making sure everybody has some sort of Phoenix Down or Raise. That'll keep your party alive, and then lots of damage. Lots of damage. You probably have to take out the Hydras and the Behemoth first, and the Chemist. But from there, you're probably not going to be able to target Barrack there unless you have somebody who can nuke him, like a Black Mage. Speaking of Black Mage, do we bring her? Let us. I think we do. Beowulf, let's show off why you're so good again. Who else should we bring? I think we gotta bring Meliadul again.
Understood.
And then who else? Damon, we're waiting for you, brother. Next fight, we'll bring you. We'll just bring... Did we bring Agrius? No, because she kind of does... She's great and all. But she's not doing super damage unless we take out the Chantage. And then we give her another bracer. Maybe we do that. Yeah, we'll bring you.
Ever ready.
Who can raise here? Beowulf? Yeah, we'll be fine. This will be fun.
No turning back.
I'm underestimating this fight because we just kind of beat the harder of the two. Those fall, Marv.
I do not understand. Why does Virgo not awaken? This is his resting place. His spirit lingers here. I can sense it.
We're essentially on this airship.
What could be amiss? Mayhap she is not a suitable vessel after all. No, it cannot be that. Virgo stirred at her presence. She must be the one. Oh, it is still not enough. That could be the only reason. So you have come, Ramza.
So we have.
It is over, Fulmov. Your comrades are no more. Now end this. Release my sister.
Comrades, you say? They were but pawns to be sacrificed. The angel of blood to whom Saint Ajora is joined, she must slake her thirst ere she rise again. The land has drunk deep of blood in the Chiliads since Saint Ajora's death, yet still she covets more. So be it. Once more to world of light, there to steep the earth in blood's sweet rain. But you, Ramza, you will not live to see the storm.
There's a Leo stone. Kind of assumed he had it the entire time because he had Riavanis. Got Hashmal there.
The stones lend you their strength, I see this now. A truly vexing foe this child is made. And thus Ajora with High Seraph joined, that thirst for power alone the stones might slake. Oh, Saint Ajora, O angel of blood, this sacrifice I proffer that you wake. Ramza, unto me your lifeblood you shall render.
So it seems like for us, for Hashmal or Fulmarv to awaken the Angel of Blood, there needs to be more blood sacrifice. And I'm guessing she needs the blood of like...
Alma, I'm coming, but you must wake. Cast off this sleep.
She's taking a nap.
Awaken to your whimpering she will not.
What have you done to her?
Her flesh a gift, Ajora's newfound form. Through her the angel of blood descends once more, the perfect vessel finally obtained. Should slain she be, to naught our plans would come. Yet strength have you to carry out this deed.
I mean, we did kill Zalbag and Dice Dog.
Beyond your gentle heart it is, I fear.
It's a great laughter.
Slay my sister. I need not resort to such measures. You are without comrades to protect you, Fulmarv. I will strike you down and end your madness.
Why did you have to goad him like that?
For the one true God.
So, it seems like the Blood Angel needs, like, again, blood as sacrifice to be summoned. And kind of like Ivalice is, like, she'll draw blood from Ivalice, as in, like, the continued wars that have been going on. And all those soldiers dying. That seems to feed into, or at least is a part of this summoning. Kind of, again, talk about Full Metal Alchemist a little bit on this Let's Play. A little bit like how that is working in that show, that anime. So let's go ahead and we just need to take him out. He's going to do a lot of damage. And so we shall return it in kind. How about a little Zodiarch? 500 damage, that's pretty good. We need to spread out. That's a big thing with this fight. Spread out. I think Lettuce might be dead anyways. So Meltdown, that's a pretty cool move.
I don't want to.
Yeah, there goes Lettuce. That's okay. Let's go ahead and pick her up. Oh, you know what? I wish we would have brought Damon to... Oh, well, Duel didn't have anything to say. She might a little bit later. But I kind of wish we would have brought Damon. Oh, yeah, Malleduel, you're not doing any damage. She's just kind of here for RP reasons. But, bringing Damon, I wish we would have done that because he could, kill his speed. Or a Dancer. Either one would have been a good choice. I think he just keeps counting... Okay, or doing Meteor and then Meltdown. Kind of his... Oh, gosh, he's gonna hit everybody with that one. Let's get behind him. Just want to see what a normal sword hit will do. Okay, that's obviously not great. Meteor. Big spellcaster. So if you want to bring, like, magic defense...
Time to meet my maker.
Oh, boy. Lettuce is not having a good day. What are you gonna do? Just punch him.
No, not here.
Now, remember, Agris does not have Chantage, so we are gonna have to remember to pick her up. What about you, Beowulf? Okay, you're good. Oh, look at that move +3. That's great. Love that reliability. What do you have? Okay, Chantage, you can just stay up in there then. Not doing the most damage, but every little bit helps. And then Ramza, he's got that mana shield. It's basically the only thing keeping him alive, right? Yeah, because he's all damage. And he'll actually, Ramza will be completely safe. He's got 100 bravery. Hashmal there is not going to get 2 turns on Ramza. So we'll always be able to move and keep up our mana shield. Lettuce here. We want to get you close enough, but goddamn girl, he does hit hard. So let's move up a little bit, and then we can cast something like Moogle. That's a lot of health we're getting there. But also, the upgraded version of Moogle, or a better heal, is actually Fairy. And we get 2 of us. No, we're not close enough for that, but we'll show off Fairy. Fairy's cool.
As if I'd lose.
Right off the bat. There's Fairy, everybody. It's a good heal. Meteor again. Ouch. Let's get Agrius back up. So this is where that mana shield, mana font combination, really good. Just keep plugging away at him. Really just trying to get Ramza closer to him. It's like, just come here, you bastard. So I can stick you. I keep bumping up his speed and his stats. That's fine, because eventually he'll get 2 turns on him. Gonna keep casting again, huh? Now, was that on Agrias? If so, then let's move her over there. If it wasn't, then we can go ahead... Should we just get regen on her? That's a good heal. But we also just do Cura. Let's just do regen, actually. I think she's probably going to get hit with that anyways. Lettuce, you can keep moving up. Hopefully we didn't move in range of Meteor. Who's this hitting? Okay, fair enough. Oh. Why? He hasn't even done anything yet. Ramza's like, I'm coming to get you! Will we get this jump off? Let's see. Turn 5. Yes, we do. Cool. Beowulf, why he's so good against bosses. We kind of demonstrated this a little bit during Elidibus, but look at that damage. And he's fully healed now. And it like barely cost any MP. Oh, she does have something to say. Sweet.
So that is your true form. The form with which you murdered Isolde.
Still talking about Isolde. Love it.
My daughter Meliadul. Know why to you a stone I didn't trust. 'Twas for the rage that in your heart does burn. The hatred for this world unjust you bear. What form, when you awaken, will you take?
It's like, which Lucavi will you turn into?
Unlike you, I lust not for power. I will not be consumed by it.
How confident you are, yet when for you the bell does toll, a new self you will find. Avenging Isolde is your desire. For killing him, in turn you wish me dead. For you, my dear, I had other plans, but satisfy myself with this I shall. I strike you down and see for what you cry.
Yep. A delivery.
You shall see nothing, for this wreck will be your resting place. For eternity, you shall rue selling your soul for power. For Isolde, I will lay you low. Steady now.
Yep, that's right. Get him. 75 damage. Yeah.
I will crush you.
See if we can get a sword chant off on her. Oh, Agrias.
We have you now, Fulmarv. Prepare yourself.
Haven't heard her talk in a while.
Ah, the girl's most loyal sword here too, I see. For her, your strength to Ramza now is joined.
Girl, you speak of Her Majesty Queen Ovelia. You shall answer for that insolence and more.
Ah, of course. That she is an impostor, you know not.
Ah, yeah. Agrias, we need to talk about that. We'll do it later. Don't worry about it now.
The princess true, as babe in arms did die. Replace her in the crib your mistress did. A plot devised to undermine the queen. The council's trump card she had been, until, with Orinus's birth, she lost her worth.
Orinus, that's the prince.
Is that why she was confined to the monastery? No. You lie. I'll not believe you.
He's actually kind of telling the truth.
Though hard it was, the girl herself believed. And still, she freely chose to claim the throne. When all is said, your feelings matter not. But overjoyed you rightly ought to be. For now a nameless girl is crowned a queen.
Your words will do naught to shake my loyalty. In Her Majesty's name, I defy you. This
Okay,
bird
Agris,
spills-
we're gonna have to have a talk after this fight. Just don't. Let's just finish the fight first. Let's keep her in the dark about the truth. It'll be fine. Let's go ahead and hit him with a big hit. 175 is not the greatest amount. 483, I'll take that. Is that it?
By one so feeble felled I cannot be. Yet even should you chance to strike me down, return I shall in perpetuity. This world in unremitting chaos lies. Unprompted does it churn and roil and seethe. For power, souls of rancor ever cry, and thus are we to aid them summoned back, to free their souls, the purpose of the stones.
So even though we've killed and slain all these Lucavi, they can technically come back through the same way they were brought into the mortal world.
Cletien did say that Saint Ajora could create limitless aurasight. And there are bound to be many like Barak, who desire power only for self-gain.
A righteous life is yours, but few could live. For man is wont to envy and begrudge. What joy that others find, he fain destroys.
I've lived a far from righteous life. These hands are hardly clean, but I endeavor to walk a righteous path, as do many others. We are not all like you.
I am the bringer of order.
Yeah, you are. We're gonna get you. Quake, huh? Alright, that's a new one. Can we jump on them? And that should probably be enough damage, if I had to reckon. 714. It's not gonna do that much. The first time seeing Quake.
I gave everything.
Oh.
No surrender.
There you go,
No
Beowulf.
room for her.
You can... Not that it matters. She's just gonna get up on her own. Do we go for a big jump? Always. Damn it. No, he's still up. Alright, this should do it. No. Dude, this guy's got a lot of health. This guy's... He's serious. He really wants to fight. He's strong. Where are you gonna go? I'm gonna keep hitting them, but they can't, you know, they can't really die. Oh, do we go for the big jump? Always. Yeah, go Agrius, that away. Fine Ruination. We've got to be close. I don't know if this jump will get off, but he'll be protected from Meteor at least. There we go. I knew he was close.
That I too should succumb to this mere child.
Where am I?
Alma, are you alright?
Ramza? Is it truly you?
Too far we've come to taste now of defeat. Angel of blood, that you should rise. My life I gladly give.
That voice. Just guts himself with his own claws.
I am come once more.
Alma, no.
Now we gotta kill her sister. It's funny because to summon Saint Ajora, how... Also, we get Ragnarok here. We already have one. But how close was, like, the ritual from being done as far as blood that was already sacrificed, that you just needed Hashmal's blood. You know, you could have, maybe you just killed like a couple more people. Maybe it would have worked out. But it's just funny that it was that close already to like being complete. Need a little bit more. Now, this is the final fight here. We're bringing Damon. We're bringing Beowulf here. Do we bring Mustadio? I want to bring Lettuce, but we'll bring Lettuce, and this is what we'll do with her actually. Instead of Swift Spell, we'll go with Have MP. No. Yes. Yes. We'll do this. We'll give her Chantage. Instead of Mana Font, we'll go with Teleport. Movement is pretty key in this fight. Yeah, let's do this mix with her. I'm tempted to just bring all of our generic soldiers instead, but I want Beowulf. He's just super good. We bring Robert. I'm thinking. Do we bring Reese? I think we maybe bring Reese. Do we bring Evangeline? No. If we brought Evangeline, we'd be just using her to slow down the enemies. It's actually not a bad idea. I'm not worried about damage. Damon does a truckload of damage. Ramza does a truckload of damage, and so does Beowulf, and so does Lettuce. All four of them are big damage dealers. Maybe we do bring Evangeline. Or do we bring Reese? Let's bring Evangeline.
I shall do my best.
Now, who's actually going to stay alive, and who has actual abilities to bring people back? So these two can come back. She can raise. Yeah. This will be fine. Now, I'm going to quickly fill up my water, and I'll be right back. Back with water. Let's hit it. I actually had a thought. I don't know. I don't remember how many status ailments this fight will have. Or we're just going to roll the dice. Because I don't think anybody has that ribbon combination. Maybe we should give Beowulf here ribbon. Just because he's our ace in the hole. And then everybody else, I guess we'll just see how it goes. Essentially. It's time, Ramza. Get a better view of the airship right there.
What is this? Do not resist me. Ramza, please help me.
How does okay? We're gonna have to kill you, I think.
Alma!
Ramza, help! No, you cannot. You must not. No!
Alma, are you unharmed?
We have two sisters now.
I'm fine. But you must strike down Ajora. Quickly. To thwart my coming, you would dare essay. Nay, it shall not be.
Oh, great.
I suffer spite from neither lord nor serf. Your unmaking you have sealed.
It's like a super Lucavi transformation.
I am Ultima, divinity descended. Prostrate yourselves before me now.
You can hear like maybe it's like 3 voices and they're like reading in sync there. I didn't hear that until I had headphones on. That's crazy. That's cool.
So that is Saint Ajora's true fate. Made a Lucavi like all the others who craved power. You will not leave this place. I will defeat you. I swear it.
So Ultima is Saint Ajora's Lucavi form. Just like how Fulmar got turned into Hashmal there. Now we have the Angel of Blood, Ultima, to deal with. You hear that? Because Saint Ajora's obviously a dude. What are you gonna do? Oh, you got Ultima, huh? I have that spell too. It's just not very good. We haven't built into it. Damon here. Oh, you know we gotta go for the big jump. Although, do we want to deal with the ultimate demons? I think we'll stay place actually. We'll stay right there. Now, Alma in this fight she just like runs around as her cleric. So she'll buff us. Oh man, you're casting it right on Lettuce, aren't you? God, they really like to target her. Can we get something like Golem off? No. I don't think she's gonna survive. Especially since it happens too soon. Even like something like Fire is not gonna go off in time. Because we got rid of Swift Spell. Man, things really like to bite me in the ass. That's fine. Maybe we didn't get targeted. Maybe it's just on the tiles. So let's go there and let's just see if we can get Zodiark off. How much damage would Zodiark do? 617. That's pretty good, especially if we can get the ultimate demons with it too. But they're not going to run close enough to us. You, my dear girl, slow dance all day, every day. Now, Beowulf on the other hand. Move +3 guys is also amazing in this fight. We should start handling these demons ASAP. They will get annoying. Yeah, you were targeting Lettuce. You also hit yourself though. Let's go ahead and we'll start doing some damage with Ramza here. Even though Ramza does a lot of damage, I'm wondering we shouldn't start bumping up his stats real quick. Let's buff him. This may or may not be a two-phase fight. Alright, Damon, as I was saying. Good teleport. There you go. So you're going to do a lot of damage there. How much aim can we get away with? Or should we try to nuke her speed? That sounds like a good idea. Once, that's good enough. Especially if we can couple that with the slow dance from our dancer. What are you going to do? I like Ultima's attack here. Just bust out the 2 swords, daggers, whatever you want to have it call it, that she has sheathed like her boots, and just smacks him on you. Very cool. What did you just do? Oh, okay, you hit my mana shield. I'll use Twister. Alma, she's fine. She'll keep getting back up. We got one of the demons. We really want to hit Ultima though. And then Beowulf, he'll be fine. He'll get back up. Lettuce keeps getting back up, thank God. Now, as I was saying, gentlemen... Oh, man, can't get Zodiark off. That's fine. Let's go with... Hummet. My issue is... we're not casting fast enough. This is what I get for trying to change up what has been working for us this entire playthrough, which is Swift Cast. Swiftcast is the play, guys. Swiftcast is the play. Because these are just going to take too long. Because they're going to kill her by then. Dang it. Alright, we'll do a lesser spell. We'll just do Shiva. Let's just do a quick, easy spell. Save some of our MP. You two need to get away from each other.
Let's try this.
You try that. You'll just keep getting back up. Damon, you get in there. Let's start killing some of these demons. Good jump. Love the damage you're doing, brother. Love the damage you're doing. Should do it. Beowulf, I need you to go over here. Take out this demon with Break. Diamond Dust. This should help secure that kill for Damon there. If we would have moved, we could have been able to use Ramza at him with the spear. But Ramza, it's okay to keep him buffing. Using Shout on him, really good. Just kind of build up his power. Hey, yeah, cast that on us. What are you doing over there? No, leave him alone. Actually, not that much damage. Alright, hit Ultima with this. Yeah. Miss. Son of a gun. They're dead. Ramza's juiced up now. Don't have to worry about him. Reflect that damage back. And let's see if we can finish this demon off. Yeah, we should do enough. No, man, Excalibur really didn't do it there. Now, can we get a big summon off for with Lettuce here against Ultima? No. I'm kicking myself. Flare, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and try to get Flare off. She's gonna Ultima's gonna have to make a choice on who she wants to hit. Nope, you stay there. That's fine. You finish off Ramza, finish off this other demon, and then we just have one enemy to focus on. 10% chance to miss, and we find a way, team. We find a way. Really need those to hit too. Movement +3. Okay, so these three are definitely the juicier target for Ultima, but she might detect that flare is being cast. No, she's not. Nice. Ouch. Nice flare. Okay. Absorb some MP. Alright, we're not going to be able to go through a big teleport. Let's just stay in the area. I think Ultima here has like, it's like teleport 2, where it has a guaranteed success to go anywhere. So we got to be careful of that. We got to kind of like keep our priority close together, essentially. Let's try that slow dance again. Alright, don't go anywhere. And let's see if we can get a big teleport off here. Nice, okay. And then follow that up with another flare. Nope. Okay, well that's fine. I wanted her to either go after, I didn't want her to go after Evangeline. I want that slow dance going off. Let's keep nuking your speed a little bit. Count it twice. And then Ramza, let's just start doing damage. Ooh. I wonder if we can get off a 999 hit. We'd have to really juice up Damon's sword ability, but that is the level, or that's the damage cap. And we haven't hit that yet. Ooh, really close with him too. Let's get some health back. None of those have hit. Maybe Dancer wasn't the play here. That's fine. She can do other things. Lettuce is back up. These just spells are just taking too long, even with her speed being nuked. Like the best thing we're getting off here is Shiva, which is not good enough. Yeah, not good enough. Alright, well, when eventually I make another guide, not guide, but another build for White Mage, and any spellcaster, Swiftness. Swiftness is the play. Let's just nuke her speed again. Yes. Knight here is just amazing in boss fights, especially if you're new to the game and you're like, how the heck do I... She's Healing Rod. But even if you're new to the game and you're like, how the heck do I beat these bosses? You get off of enough of those Night Swings. There we go. Nuking the speed. Even if you get off enough of those like Night Swords, eventually you'll whittle down the boss, you'll weaken them so much that it'll be a breeze if you don't have the damage to kind of, not one-shot them, but focus fire and get them down in a turn or two. And we kind of have the best of both worlds there with Damon, because he can do the debuffing, but also he's got dual wield, so he's got a crap ton of damage. So does Ramza here, though. How much damage am yeah, hit him with your bag. Take that, mighty Lucavi. A purse. Teleport behind her. And then, ooh, look how many turns we get. What are you, 13? 13 in the turn order. We get a... Ooh, hot diggity dog. Let's do it. Let's have you just chill. We want to save your MP. Ramza, you might as well just shout. I don't think she's gonna survive this. Just guessing. Let's go ahead. Let's just get slow dance going. Move you back over here. I love it when you're doing an aim and you actually get to the character, like it's Damon's turn again. It's like, we're just gonna keep waiting. We're gonna do a big hit. Even though we'd probably do more damage by swinging twice. It's not the point. Let's go ahead and siphon, actually. Let's get a little MP back. 84. Perfect. Get us back to tippity top. And we didn't waste a, we didn't need him to do damage right now. Oof. Oof.
I'll grow stronger yet.
That's the night, everybody. That's the night.
Impossible. This end to meet.
No status effects, by the way, so far.
I see it now. Too late. In you, his blood, my vanquisher in times long past. But not so soon. Shall I accept defeat?
We'll talk about that in a second. Hello there.
In that accursed blood, the price of your defiance you shall pay.
Come on.
Alright, so now we have the High Seraph, but you see them mentioning that Ramza's blood, Barbaneth's blood. There is something in bloodlines in this game as far as being heroes and stuff, because somewhere in the past, Ramza's ancestors were part of the group that took out Saint Ajora. So even though Ramza here has been saying, like, you know, I'm not part, like, you know, I am my own person, it's like, oh, you know, your bloodline, it does matter. Something's going on there, I should say. But now we got Ultima, the Arch Seraph. He's a big boy, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and just start doing a crap ton of damage. We're gonna do the same thing where we're gonna nuke his speed. So let's get Damon behind him. I want to do Ren's speed. And that'll work there. Sorry, my wife came in and I was looking at her and she was looking at me. Okay, so we just did a lot of speed reduction for him. That's really good. It's not really going to come into effect until a little bit later on. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get this off. We don't need to heal up. We should be fine. You just keep dancing. I just like that it's like this like end of the world airship stuff that's going on in the background, and our dancer's just like, yeah, having a good time. It's just kind of a funny thought. Now we should be able to get this jump off. Yeah, because we've hit their speed a lot. Beowulf, on the other hand, this is why you bring him. He just does so much damage with Drain. And then Damon here. I mean, should we just keep trying to go for the speed? How much damage are we pumping out here? That's a good bit of damage. Let's keep going for the speed hit though. Oh God, how many times have we hit him? We're gonna get so many turns. We're gonna get so many turns. Yes. I want to do Zodiarch on him. Kind of hit him with like the ultimate spell. The ultimate summon icon. 500 damage, that's pretty good. So the jump's a little bit better. How about we hit him with a purse too? Yeah, 16 damage. Take that. Alma. I love how she's a healing rod, so if you hit him, it actually heals you. So that's what she's going around, just hitting her allies. So yeah, you're gonna take out. That's fine. I thought that he would probably target lettuce there, but they'll be back up. And then Damon, you stay there. Actually, Damon, good idea. Stupid teleport should have got move 3. Drain. A little bit of, I think he has faith as his reaction, but ooh, we're doing a lot of damage. Please, for the love of God, just let me get Zodiark off. The problem is, look, he's next turn, but then he doesn't move till like 13 down the line. And you're just gonna keep targeting her, huh? No. Divine Ultima. So they have like different tiers of Ultima. We get like the lowest tier of it, which is fine. And I think that has to do with, again, Ramza's bloodline and him being able to learn that. To what end? I don't know. Let's go ahead and let's just keep slowing him. Dancer is really kind of a... Didn't really need it for this fight. You stay there, Damon. Good idea. Idiot. Keep healing everybody. And then we should be able to survive it with Ramza. I'm wondering if we should try just jumping and avoiding the damage altogether, but... Honestly, this last fight here, not that difficult. 500 damage. Yeah, let's do this because this is while he's charging, so that's a nice chunk of damage. Ouchie. Yes. So we hit him with Zodiark. Sweet. How about a dance? Yeah. He's having a rough day. Put it that way. We'll use Drain. We should be... That's it. How do we get out of this situation?
Oh, stones divine! I beseech you!
The struggle has at last reached its end. Now, in the original version, Ramza doesn't say that. So now we know that he called out to the stones. I mean, we have all 12 of them, 13 of them. Well, no, we have 12 of them because I'm pretty sure Virgo's still on Saint Ajora there, or Ultima.
What now, Ramza? Given all that has come to pass, I fear we cannot return to our old lives.
Because the question during even the War of the Lions
No.
edition...
Should we remain, we would only be hunted as heretics. So instead, let us take to the road.
You and I?
We've eliminated the source of the chaos. Our work is done. From now on, we shall live free, as birds on the wing.
Blessings of the Great Father descend and guide your body's return to the earth.
Now, what I was going to say is, in the original version, even the War of the Lions as well, it was always kind of ambiguous if Ramza and Alma lived at the end. Now, with that added dialogue, it's put that debate to rest. They lived. They used the Zodiac Stones, called upon them to get them the heck out of there. And assumedly, all their allies as well.
May the grace of Saint Ajora lead Alma's soul to the eternal shores of paradise. There she shall find peace. Faram.
Faram.
Faram. So this is, they haven't used the father's name like at all in the game, except for here. And this is like the saying, the chant they do in Final Fantasy 12 all the time. They always just say Faram at the end of their sentences when they go to the holy site in the mountains.
She was so young.
For the entire family to be taken, the gods are cruel.
And the youngest son, Ramza, branded a heretic and denied even a burial. Such tragedy.
For 3 centuries, House Beoulve stood, but no more. A stark reminder that nothing lasts forever.
I just want to know who these people are, as far as like why are they here? Like, what relationship did they have to like House Beowulf?
Ramza, forgive me. I am late in paying my respects.
So, Valmefra there, last we saw, she was about to turn on Delita because she became privy to Delita's plan to betray the church, and that scene kind of cut the black with her screaming. Delita didn't kill her.
I would have come sooner were not so many eyes upon me. Avelia has wed Delita, and she has relinquished the throne to him, making him king. A common-born youth restores peace to the realm, and now together with his queen he forges a new kingdom. A tale of heroism not like to be soon forgotten. Mayhap Delita is the man you believed him to be. A good man, at heart. When Valmafra revealed herself for an assassin, he made it appear as though he'd killed her. Then let her run. I think he must have caught a glimpse of himself in her. A tool manipulated by Lord Folmarv.
It's time we rejoined our squad. I'll go on ahead.
Another popular theory, or at least what some people would say, is that Delita cut her tongue out so she wouldn't talk about, what she knew about Delita, but obviously she's speaking here. That wasn't the case.
My father. Did he die bravely? I'll visit again. Be at peace. Are you truly dead? I still cannot believe you're gone. After everything. Oh, Ramza! Alma, wait!
So when that scene happens, it's just like they are literally just walking by with their chocobos, and it was so kind of ridiculous in the PS1 that's like, they've got to be ghosts, right? Why wouldn't they just turn around and say, "Hey, everyone, what's up? We're fine. Everything's cool." Now, I said earlier that they got out with all their companions, but I don't know if Cid and Agrius got out. They actually don't tell you in game, so maybe.
They're alive. They're both of them alive. Did you see them? Thank you, Ramza. May we meet again, somewhere out there.
There is naught to bind us now. Not the Beoulve name or the legacy. We may leave all that behind, to walk a path of our choosing.
A path of our choosing. But will we be able to find our place?
I do not doubt it. For aside from each other, we have time. To forge new friendships, to start families of our own. And one day, when we have children, we will share with them our tale. The first chapter in a new legacy.
Listen to this music. Kind of like very hopeful and jovial. So Orin, music's a little loud. He would go on to write about Ramza, and similar to the scriptures of Germanic, he had the Durai papers. He presented it to the council and the new High Confessor, and they Orin was branded a heretic, and they burnt him at the stake. That's how Orin died. So Erzlem Durai, that's the ancestor of Orin. And he's the one that basically found the Durai papers. Again, similar to the scriptures of Germanic, the church just kind of stowed them away, and then somebody found them years down the line. Woof! That is Final Fantasy Tactics, everybody. We can go ahead and this is just the end credits there. We got one more scene.
I thought I might find you here. Everyone has been looking for you.
King Delita.
Today is your birthday, is it not? I brought you flowers. A token of my eternal love. Ophelia.
How could you? You used them. Them and all the others. And someday you'll cast me aside, just as you did Ramza.
Did you get what you wanted in all of this, Ramza? I got this.
Now we know Delita survives that wound, and he reigns for a long time, and like the kingdom knows peace. Oh, in honor of the original team, that's nice. But that is a very powerful. Let's just save our data, because this is, when you beat the game, you're gonna get shot out right to the end of before you enter Orban. So we'll go back there really quick. So you got a little star next to your save name, but you didn't keep anything that you had there. So we didn't get like another Ragnarok. So we still have just the one that we picked up in the deep dungeon. Now back to that scene there, and also your Aurasite page.
Contained within are
completely
records
full,
pertaining
really nice.
to Aurasite.
But we know that Delita at the end there, he didn't die from that. As far as Avalia, I don't know if I was in a fever dream or something like that, but I swear I've heard somebody say that she actually lived through that wound as well, but I'm not sure on that one. But we do know that Delita lived. But that scene there where, you know, he's musing about Ramza, similar to how Ramza mused about Delita, and just saying like he was tired. Delita's basically, he's reached the top as far as his plan. He's completed it. He's wiped the entire upper class, the nobility. He has scraped the slate clean, and he has built his paradise and his salvation for Ivalice. Did he use Ramza and all that? Absolutely yes. Delita is an absolutely an anti-hero, where he did manipulate, he murdered, and he used everybody around him to achieve his goals. Like, his goals up here, as soon as teacher died, he knew once his basically his world came shattering down and the pillars of his life crumbled, what he built up after that, he had one goal, and that was to get rid of them all. Everybody at the top, they all have to go. They're corrupt. And that's his mission here. Now, Alvelia, although he loved her, his love for her was probably a little bit lower. And anybody that's lower than basically his endgame goal, they were not going to get in the way of that. That's why he said he would kill Ramza if he got in the way. But Ramza was still, basically, they're striving for the same thing. But Delita at the end there, what was he left with? No friends, a wife that potentially he killed, either way, doesn't like him. But the people love him because he did bring peace to Ivalice. But there's nobody close to him because that human side of him, he completely shut off from everybody. In his heart, I think Delita is still a good guy. Obviously, he left plenty of people alive that maybe he shouldn't have. And they did love Ivalice. Whereas Ramza, on the other hand, history remembers him as a heretic, a bastard, somebody who disgraced his family's name, wasn't even given a proper burial. Yet the people who came into contact with him admired him so much that they joined him in his cause. Somebody like Agrias, who's a sworn sword to Ivalice, decided to tag along with Ramza because she believed and thought that his path, she was more needed there to basically stop a bigger threat. So that's what Delita's kind of reminiscing on, is the fact that I've gotten what I wanted and I've achieved what I set out to do. But what am I, as a person, what am I really left with? So it's a very powerful scene. I've seen a lot of people misinterpret that and thinking that almost Delita was blaming Ramza, but 100% not the case. And I think that comes through as far as part of the story, just by replaying this game over and over again and really breaking down what each scene and what everybody's really saying. So with that out of the way, let's just move straight into my final thoughts about this whole game, the Ivalice Chronicles, and what we've experienced here. So, of course, through and through, I'm a huge Final Fantasy Tactics fan. I mean, I got both copies here. Obviously, have the one on Steam that we've been playing through. Behind me is the collector's edition. I make my camera a little bit bigger, but so I across the board, this is my favorite game of all time. So 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, whatever you want to call it. But gameplay-wise, let's talk about if you're a new player. I think this game now, because of the varying difficulties you can do, as far as for a tactical RPG, very welcoming to new players to find their groove, as far as how much you know about RPGs and how familiar are you with kind of like how they work, and can you pick up on the major mechanics of Final Fantasy Tactics. And there's a very we'll use an onion as an example here. There's a lot of layers to it, as in you could just focus on the story or just the simple gameplay and you'll scratch the surface. But the deeper you go into the mechanics, it just gets so much better as far as the build craft, the variety of ways you can play. This game is highly, highly, highly replayable just because of the job system. So the more you delve into this game and its mechanics, just the better, how much better it gets. It's amazing. And for somebody like me, who's a veteran of the game, returning to it is always a joy because of how deep the systems are, that when I do return to it, sometimes I gotta relearn the systems, and it's like riding a bike. When you get back on, you start oh yeah, this is how this works, this is how this works. And it's just beautiful to replay every single time. You always feel like you're picking up on little tidbits or relearning something else. And I think that is just a mastercraft to the team and the development and the sandbox they've created. So again, surface level, I think new players can enjoy this and just find an easy groove, picking the safe build. You get Sid, who will carry you basically the rest of the way through chapter 4. But I think mechanically, super deep. I'll compare it to something like Triangle Strategy, which is another TRPG. And while I really like that game, there's essentially no build craft into it. And I think that really makes that game, for example, suffer as far as replayability. Whereas this, 10 out of 10 experience. Now, let's move on to the story, because I think in a similar way, it's like a the same as the game mechanics, where I want to go over to the Chronicle real quick, where
the truth
you can
may
kind
have
of
many
simply
facets.
just follow along with the story, and you can get like a surface level appreciation for it. But when you replay it, start picking up on more dialogue. Maybe you go to the tavern and start reading some of the events, and you get a more full picture about the story that's being crafted here, the world, the lore. It is all just so very deep. So the more you invest into it, the more you're going to get out of it. In addition to that, the characters. Somebody like Zalbag, you don't see that often. He doesn't talk that much. You don't get to spend that much time with him. Yet the moments you do get to spend with him, the writing is just so good that you just get a great impression on who he is as a character and his motivations and his love for Ramza, for example. And you can just, that comes across so well in the writing. Same with somebody like Gafgarian, even though he's this like stubborn old man, he really likes Ramza, and you get that in the delivery of the lines, but also again the words that are written. So with Ivalice Chronicles here, what I was worried about with the voice acting was that going to take away from the writing? And I'm very glad to say that the voice acting, I knew it was already going to be good, right? Because they did Tactics Ogre Reborn, and the voice acting is good in there as well. But not only is it good, but I feel like it basically elevates the writing. It really hits home with a lot of those scenes, especially again the one with Zalbag. So very, very impressed with the voice acting here. That was kind of something I saw. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be okay. But no, I didn't think it would be this good. So absolutely love the story and the world building and the characters, the writing with this game. Really good. I would say the only critique with the writing that I would have is the later half of chapter 4. Again, when you start fighting all these like endgame bosses and these Knight Templar, they kind of just rehash the same thing that we've already heard from like Wygraf, Elmdor, and they're all just kind of reiterating the same thing. Maybe that's a little like yappy, but everything else is very like, again, small script, but the words and the choice of dialogue that they use, it gets a lot of points across. So they're not really wasting your time, even though in battle they will just sit there and talk, but usually there's a nice philosophical debate going on there. And I like that duality of you're actually fighting them, but you're also fighting their philosophy as well. I think that's something Matsuno does really well. So, obviously 10 out of 10 there for me as well. The OST, the music and the sound design, as far as like skills and stuff, there's a reason why when they did this remaster here, they didn't touch the soundtrack, because the original soundtrack is already god tier when it comes to music. So I'm glad they didn't touch it here. Same with the sound effects, like the Lucavi transformation. Whew, that hits every time. It just sounds powerful. It sounds impactful. And a word that I want to use with this game a lot is immersive. This just through and through is a very immersive package. The art style, it's timeless, and it really does lend itself to this political, dark fantasy setting. And again, from 1997, yeah, they kind of glossed over, or they smoothed out some of the pixels, but this art style is never really going to age. It looks good. It looks so good, and they do just enough detail, and you can really feel the emotion or see the emotion when the characters are emoting and stuff like that. So really, really dig the art style. Everything with this game basically hits home for me as far as like what I look for in a game, because this is like my first game where I'm like absolutely fell in love with. Other than that, the quality of life features that they added to this version of the game, the speed up feature, the state of the realm here, so it's easier to follow the story. Just amazing. There are some nitpicks I can give about it though. And we'll kind of move, okay, let's move on to actually the nitpick section, because this is a 10 out of 10 game. Amazing. Obviously, I've done the whole Let's Play and I just gush about this game throughout the entire time, but I do have some nitpicks. Nitpick number one, probably my biggest one, honestly, is the equipment screen with your characters. There's no remove all equipment, and there was in the original. And if you're changing between characters like I was trying to do in this playthrough, that can get a little tedious. Again, we're nitpicking here. Tactician mode, I think it was a little easy. I do think they played it a little safe. I think they could have gone much further, because Tactician mode was made for people who are familiar with at least TRPGs, but more so people who are familiar with Final Fantasy Tactics back in 1997. So it was really supposed to be testing them. I mean, we breezed by the game. We only failed like once because Rafa got killed like in her first turn. And other than that, the only times we retried was because we got the Escotch got stolen like on a literally a 9% chance for the enemy to steal it. They did steal it, so that's the only times we really retried. What else? No new game plus. I wish they would have added a new game plus, simply because a lot of these unique characters that we get don't come to the latter half of chapter 4. And so if you're just looking to complete the game as far as a story, you don't get to spend much time kind of building out a kit for them like you've been doing with your generics the entire game since chapter 1. So I feel like a new game plus really would have helped out, or would have been really nice to have, because something like Tactics Ogre Reborn, again, these are basically almost like the same studios. Tactics Ogre Reborn walked so Tactics here could run. But Tactics Ogre Reborn, you get all these new characters and you can go back to chapter 1 with them, and it doesn't really break anything. So I wish they did have a new game plus. And the only last little nitpick I can think of off the top of my head, again, freshly after we just completed it here, is the achievement system. If you do all the achievements, you don't really get anything. So that's a little bit of a shame. I wish you would have got, like, maybe unlock another skin for Ramza. That would have been cool. But through and through, I think this is the definitive way to play Final Fantasy Tactics now. There's just too much quality of life. The voice acting, the fact that you can play this on modern consoles and on Steam, on the PC, it is just the way to play this game, period. That being said, let's talk about War of the Lions a little bit. I sympathize and I totally understand why people are maybe waiting to buy this game. Maybe they're not going to get it at all because Dark Knight, Onion Knight, those two jobs aren't in the game. Additional story between Beowulf and Rias, that subordinate for the Cardinal who cursed Rhys. You actually deal with him in the War of the Lions version where they have these added scenes. I wish they would have added the War of the Lions stuff in here. I don't see how that would have harmed the overall product, and it's not like they added like a ton of content into War of the Lions as far as that would need like voice acting, if that makes any sense. The thing that I really lament that they didn't add here is the rendezvous missions where they're like errands that you actually go and play and do. And again, I talked about this a little bit during the Let's Play, but these errands or these rendezvous would let you go back to older maps and city maps that you only get to experience once during the campaign or the story. So I feel like those rendezvous let you just utilize the game even more, putting in like new encounters. And I really miss those because those added a lot of really replay value to the game. Maybe you didn't need the co-op function that came with it, because that's the only way you could do it in the official version, is you had to play through co-op. And then also Melee. Melee was like PvP, so you could fight somebody else's team. These are really cool features, and I wish they were added into this version as well. But is what it is with that, I suppose. But I do sympathize with people who really wanted those features in here from the War of the Lions, myself included. That being said, the modding community is absolutely on it when it comes to Final Fantasy Tactics. They have been for like ever, as far as when the emulated version that you could play on your PC. And they, believe me, in no time will have Dark Knight, Balthier, all those characters added from the War of the Lions edition. They will be added into the Steam version. So if you're going to get this game and you haven't picked it up yet, the PC version is definitely going to be the best way to get the modded version, or to add mods to it to have some War of the Lions features. There's already somebody that has created a Blue Mage that is totally functional. So there's going to be more jobs that modders can do. And I would definitely be looking at modding this game in the future. Obviously, I'm going to be playing this game. I'm never going to uninstall this game, essentially. But that is my quick review and thoughts on Ivalice Chronicles here. So what's next for this channel and this game? Well, for starters, I got to go redo some builds. I thought about taking half mana with my summoner, or my black mage summoner. You saw how well that worked out. Swift spell, guys, swift spell. But gonna be redoing some of the builds. There are some special encounters that I might want to go through and just show, like my knight absolutely dunking on like those 13 monks, kind of like a meme video. But yeah, character builds, maybe challenge runs. I'm not promising that. Something like an Iron Man, but that should keep us busy for at least the rest of the year. Other than that, I'm going to return to doing what I basically do with other games like Baldur's Gate 3, which is just making build videos because I love that game, and I've kind of put that on the back burner since this has come out. So that is the plan for the channel. If you have made it this far, thank you very much for going on this journey with me as far as a Let's Play. This was my first Let's Play ever. I kind of had to do it for Final Fantasy Tactics. I kind of needed to punch this ticket as far as like in the annals of like the internet history, because this is my favorite game of all time. I had to do this. I kind of made this YouTube channel in preparation for Final Fantasy Tactics, like a remaster coming out, and timing just kind of worked out, right? So thank you if you took this journey with me. Those of you who have been commenting and watching this entire time, I have noticed you. I appreciate the hell out of you. And yeah, guys, that is enough yapping from me for today. So I think I'm going to take like a week off, and then we'll be right back at it. So until then, guys, peace and take care.